So I think the ending of Godzilla would have been way better.
Dude, we're not talking about Godzilla. We already talked about Godzilla once.
Oh, but we didn't talk about Godzilla -1.
We did.
We did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I don't listen to this
thing
show.
about what'd you say?
I don't listen to this show.
Oh,
That's part of the problem.
all right. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
We just got back from delivering pizzas.
Let's fucking go.
That's what that music
Oh, wait, we're not
sounds like.
swearing. Sorry, my bad.
So yeah, dude, we're trying to sell this show to Nickelodeon.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Hey, get it together.
Sorry, SpongeBob.
What?
Sorry, SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
This is Dynamic Trio,
I'm Patrick.
I'm James.
and I'm Alex.
Welcome back. We really appreciate you guys coming back with us, even after a really long hiatus where
Yeah.
we were all separated
Yeah.
for a couple of months.
By birth.
Yep. We were actually twins at one point. All of us.
Triplets.
Sorry, that's what it's called. Triplets. Siamese triplets.
What?
Siamese triplets.
What is that?
Isn't that when like you're all combined? Has that ever been a thing?
Yes,
With
it's a real thing.
It's
No,
a
no,
real
no. It's a
problem.
thing with twins. It hasn't been a thing with
I'm
triplets.
sure it's been a thing with Tank. But it's a
Sure,
problem,
let me
dude,
look
because
this
it's so messed. Like it's. I've heard it's like mortality rate's high.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what if we're all combined at the head? How do we walk?
Not well, I think. I don't know.
Okay, it's super rare.
We do a
But-
cartwheel to get around. What if one's taller than the other? It's a weird cartwheel.
Oh, you mean you?
no.
You just have to hold this up in the middle. Oh my
I'm not
god.
strong like that. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I looked it up. It is. It's happened only a handful of times apparently.
Really?
There's only a few known cases of conjoined triplets,
Ooh.
and yeah, no, it didn't turn out good for the kids. Anyway, so welcome to the show.
We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it fun.
We have a lot of dark things to talk about.
weirdly, I mean, I think it'll get better towards the end.
All right, let's start on a light note today. Metaverse. What do you
Oh.
guys know about the metaverse?
I know that I don't like it.
I know that that's where I want to be.
I know that's where the land is cheap.
Yeah. You can buy land there.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. And it's
Any-
cheap right now, so if you want to like get in on it, get in on it.
It sounds like a pyramid scheme.
You're trying to sell me a timeshare on Facebook land.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into it, Patrick, why don't you like the metaverse?
Maybe I'm just like a bit of a Luddite. I don't know, but
What? Excuse me?
a Luddite is somebody who like kind of
You're heavy?
A Luddite?
Luddite,
Like lead eyes?
like
Like-
Luddite. I think it's how you spell it.
LEDs?
LED TV with 36 with surround sound.
Double D's, you said?
Ma'am? Sir? That's your first strike.
Sorry. Gotta remember. Nickelodeon.
We want to get slimed. Remember,
Yeah.
we're not gonna get slimed if you're saying that kind of bullshit.
What?
Hey.
That's your first strike, sir.
I just whispered it. Nobody heard it.
God, I hate this guy. Anyways, what don't you like?
I just think maybe sometimes I just reject technology just because it's like a little too new, and I just don't like it.
Well, that's the whole point.
I mean, but I don't have to like it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have to like it.
All right, here's my deal. I don't know if you guys have heard. They're trying to make a bunch of these big hit games come to the metaverse. Okay, it's not the metaverse. It's VR.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to bring it into the VR world. For example, Konami released a teaser of what their Yu-Gi-Oh! Official game is going to look like.
Ooh.
You're a duelist that's actually fighting in a dueling world.
Oh,
and it's
shit.
sick. There's also a Batman game coming out as well.
Oh, damn. You just spoke my language.
Second strike, sir.
Wait, is damn a bad word?
Nah.
And Nickelodeon.
Dang it.
No, dude. I feel like Nickelodeon's like. I remember I would watch like Victorious a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with damn.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
All right, listener. Like, email us if you work at Nickelodeon. Let us know. What is your censorship rules?
And if you work at Nickelodeon, get us in there. I want to get slimed.
That's all we want. Just get slime and leave.
Yeah.
We just want one Teen Choice Award.
Yes.
Ooh, that'd be sick. Anyways, yeah. So Konami's going to release a game on VR.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea how much it costs, but I will say this: VR games significantly cheaper than consoles.
Yeah, honestly, so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Is it because they're way shittier?
They're better.
You're immersed in it.
They're literally immersed. I was watching a bunch of videos about it, but here's the thing: this is not really. I lied about this podcast. I don't actually have a topic about this. It's just I need you guys to get one so that I can get one. Because if we all have one, I have friends to play on there. If we don't all get one, I'm alone.
Yeah. You know what, Patrick? Buy one.
I'm not gonna buy one.
Why?
I'd rather buy a new Switch than get a VR headset.
Why would you buy a new fit?
You have a Switch, my guy.
I know, but like mine's getting old.
Oh my God, you're one of those.
Oh.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, but like the battery's starting to like the charge isn't holding as
Just
long as
get
it
it
used
fixed. Get it fixed.
Just charge it longer. Just plug it back in.
to. It's gonna ruin my eyes even more than they already are.
Then you don't need a Switch.
You literally plug it into the thing and it goes to the TV. How far away from your TV are you? 2 inches?
No, the VR thing. It's gonna ruin my eyes.
No.
It doesn't. It's literally thought of that.
Yeah.
It's literally built in the lenses so it doesn't ruin your eyes.
Exactly.
That's what they just say because it will clearly ruin your eyes.
They also- oh my God, you're one of the people who watches it healthier, and they just say that organic food is better.
Yeah. You just had canes. You think that's healthy? You are lying to yourself.
I'm talking about my eyesight.
Yeah?
We could duel.
Yes.
Okay, that does actually.
You're talking about your health. You had canes.
I'm not talking about my health.
Here's
I'm
the
talking about my
deal.
eyesight.
I'm trying to use that as leverage.
Listener, this is the thing. I've offered to pay for half
Yeah.
of whatever device he wants to get. He won't.
Wait. You offered to pay for full.
Did I?
I think.
At this point, why not? Because I just need someone else
Yeah.
to like get it with me.
Yeah.
I can't get it unless someone else is on there, or else it's gonna be a very lonely world.
Isn't
Yeah.
there like a whole community? Can you just like play with some strangers on Discord or something?
I don't get along with strangers.
I feel like strangers are the people you get along with the most.
I watched the Strangers movie and it's scary.
Exactly. You don't get the vibe.
Yeah.
Could I have Exodia?
But duh.
You
Cool.
can pick whoever you want. You can have Dark Magician.
This
You could see him live in person in front of you.
we could do this podcast in VR. We would literally be the first.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that already is a thing right now.
It's
I looked
not.
it up,
I
it's
looked
not.
it up.
Yeah.
VR podcast.
We could be the first. We could be
I-
any character that we want.
You know how I told you know how he knows? Because I started texting him like we could be the first
Yeah.
VR podcast
Exactly.
in the world.
We're pioneers.
How about you guys get it, and then maybe I'll consider it.
We're getting closer, but you're making me upset because you're making me be the.
I'm being true to myself, and you have to accept that.
No. We can change you. We can change him.
We can change you for the better.
Yeah.
We can make you better.
Yeah. What's that line from Spider-Man? We can change the future? Or how's that line go? We can change the future?
From which Spider-Man?
Which
There's
Spider-Man
one-
No Way Home? When he was trying to like save everybody, and then he's like, Doctor Strange was all like, we have to send them back. They're gonna die and shit and stuff. And Tom Holland was all like, no, we can save them. We can change their future.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It sounds better when you said it.
But is that what the line was?
Yeah, no, I agree with James. He actually, I don't remember the line.
How do you not remember the line? It's the greatest movie of all time.
It's not.
Besides
okay.
Infinity
Whoa,
War.
The
Bes-
Matrix was a good movie.
Good. Not the best movie of all
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It.
Your
Shut up.
argument's
One
fucked.
second. No.
I mean-
excuse me, sir.
Dang it.
No. Chronicle was a good movie.
Chronicle is a great movie.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Oh no, you're gonna make me swear, dude.
An amazing movie, the greatest of all time.
I swear to
movie.
God, if he says the
Finding Nemo.
oh, that's actually a good movie.
That's
I
pretty up
thought
there.
you were gonna say some bogus nonsense. No,
That's
no.
pretty up there.
No, Finding Nemo was a good one.
Along with Toy Story.
Toy Story, the first one. Yes.
One. Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Yeah.
1.
Is there gonna be a fifth one?
Yes.
Yes,
Is there one already?
No. Not yet. It's coming out.
but it's coming. Yeah.
No, but
For me, it's. I don't know how we're talking about Pixar, but for me, it's Ratatouille is the best one.
no.
You know what?
No.
I'll be
Ratatouille.
with you on that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ratatouille.
Sir,
People say that. It's not.
It's the best
It's
one.
not.
It is.
it has the prettiest girl in it for the protagonist.
I disagree, actually.
I think you're stupid. I think the story's great though with Ratatouille.
It's overrated.
Wait.
Not
Stop. Get the VR set.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah. Sorry,
gonna-
we're getting off topic.
I'm not getting the VR headset, and there's nothing you can do to make me get it.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
You think you're gonna go too deep into it?
I think I'm going to use it once and then never touch it again.
Not if we peg you. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
beg you to
He
play.
said bag. He said bag.
I said beg.
He clearly said bag.
Not if we
I
beg
think his
you.
lips pursed in a certain way.
I think
Not if-
certain lips pursed in a certain way.
Not if we beg you to play dueling with us.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? For that, I might do it actually, just because that's the dream.
Yeah.
That is
Dude,
actually the
what
dream.
more do you want? Let me paint the vision for you. We
Paint
could
it, baby.
be in Domino City. We
Yeah.
can literally be in Domino City.
You could be
with
eating
our own
Dominoes.
duelists. You could be your own. You can be whatever character you want, even a custom one. You
Okay.
can have whatever deck you want, and you can play with the real Magic cards, with the real Monster cards,
You see them right in front of your face.
and you see exactly.
That's what we've always wanted.
And guess what? We don't have to deal. You know what the best part is, Patrick? Let me tell you what the best part is.
Tell 'em.
We don't have to deal with those new XYZ monsters and all the stuff we don't understand.
Yeah.
We can play our way.
Yeah. Just good old fusion.
Yeah.
Maybe an XYZ. No. A synchro.
Synchro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't go
Synchro.
past synchro.
Fusion monsters, things like that.
And that's it.
And guess what? More importantly, we don't have to buy any more cards.
Yeah. It's all free.
Yeah, but I kind of enjoy buying
You
them.
can do
every-
that for hobby now.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for giving me permission.
And you know what's better than all that? You like working out.
I do.
You don't like to leave the house.
Do you think I'm going to be at the gym, posted up at LA Fitness, saying, "And I summon Obelisk the Tormentor"?
That's not
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. I was
Oh.
gonna say you can do workouts from the metaverse now.
Yeah.
You don't have time. You get a 15-minute boxing session.
Yep.
I'm not doing. I'm just gonna.
I have a coworker who
Okay.
has the boxing game.
Okay.
He says that afterwards he's drenched in sweat.
I tried the boxing game, the official one, because I had a friend who had one. He let me borrow it. I tried it, and in 10 minutes, I was drenched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because you're really out of shape.
You say that. No, James is in great shape, by the way.
I know he's a great.
He's
shape.
like in peak condition.
Yeah, I know he can kick the shit out of both of us.
He can kick the poop out of you. He's in peak condition, and he still gets tired. Imagine what you're going to be through. All you do is lift weights.
Yeah, that's actually true.
You do
need
cardio.
You need cardio.
Yeah.
I did cardio today.
But you don't like it.
What'd you do in cardio?
I did 10 minutes of.
That's not cardio.
I did 10
That's not
minutes
cardio.
of
That's not
jump,
cardio, dude.
10 minutes of jump roping.
All right, that's okay then.
Yeah, and I thought my heart was gonna explode.
Really?
Yeah, no,
serious.
I need to work on my cardio. My cardio's bad.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you know how you can do that? Boxing.
Or
and
You
just-
judo.
literally
or jump
said you
roping.
wanted to do boxing before.
Yeah.
But I want to be like in the gym and I want to like deck a dude.
Yeah.
Why?
But no, you don't. You wouldn't do that right
Yeah.
away. You would
I mean,
need
but
to
like
get
I would want to spar and I would want to be there. and
Yeah,
I'd
but
be,
he beat you up.
but I'm just saying, sparring, training. He's not
Yeah.
just gonna beat me and just be like, all right, that'll be 65.95.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
They
You
make-
can eat Thai food.
They could literally. Part of the game was to do Muay Thai in it too.
Yeah.
So you could pick up. You have to hit it with your knees and stuff like that.
How about you guys get it, worry about yourselves, and then we'll go from there.
But then when you have a 2 people podcast and then a blank space,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
And we don't hear you talking through
Actually, that might be the vibe. You and me are people, and he's a box.
You could just make me a box. You could just make me a stop sign that says like "Stop having fun."
it. But then how are we talking? How would that work?
I don't know. It's the metaverse.
1 second. Look, I need you to get it, Patrick.
These chips that I'm eating need to be saltier.
No, dude. Chip's gotta chill out sometimes with the salt.
Stop getting upset. He's doing this on purpose.
Oh yeah. Get the freaking thing, man.
Anyway, so
VR headset.
VR headset, dude.
What if we told you that I already have one?
I think like you would have talked about it quite a bit.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
I know.
the way you're looking at us.
I know that.
Where
No,
does that accent come from?
you're looking
I
at
have
me.
an accent.
Yeah, you're like, you would think that, wouldn't you, Mr. Potter?
Oh, sorry. I guess one of my personalities just came through. Sometimes that happens.
It was like secret agent Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I told you that we had one?
Yeah. What if I told you that we have your daughter?
You don't have a daughter.
Or
Oh,
do
you're
I?
playing. Wait, whoa.
Whoa.
I feel like you would have told us if you had a daughter.
I don't think I would have.
That'd be,
What?
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
bad.
that'd be weird.
That would be.
I would like to know if I had a niece.
I don't really. It wouldn't change my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if I told you I had one?
Yeah, the headset.
Yeah.
Then great, you have the headset.
Would you not get one still then?
I mean, listen, if both of you have it in it, I would listen. Like, they're not the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm not-
you're getting sponsored basically.
Yeah.
I mean, until we get that Nickelodeon check, sure.
Yeah.
And then I have money to burn.
Yeah.
And after I buy my car, and after I buy a house, maybe I'll get it. Like if I'm bored and I just feel like I hit a dopamine.
You still think that after all that you'll get a car and a house? Do you not know the economy that we live in?
And
Even if you're
You could-
loaded,
You could own one in the metaverse.
I can own a house.
you could own many. They're really cheap right now. I have 4 properties.
I have a whole company.
Yeah.
I have tenants in my house.
Yeah.
They pay me rent.
They pay me rent in 0.77745 Bitcoin.
They might be worth something. Or I owe the government money. One
Yeah.
or the other.
Or I'm
Oh,
on
that's the
some
best part.
list.
There's no government tax.
Yeah, dude. There's no laws in the VR world. Joe Biden can't find me there.
Joe can't find his own bathroom. Like, fuck off.
Oh, stop. Don't talk badly on our president. He's doing a job.
Really?
So he's doing a job.
He's doing a job.
Not a good job.
He
Not a good
shows up
job.
and that's
Yeah.
it, dude.
He's there.
Golly.
Doesn't he like have to talk soon or something?
Yeah,
Give some speech. I feel like he's always giving speeches.
I feel like he's trying
Yeah, it
to
sounds like that's his job. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, tell us something cool once in a while. Crack a joke. Do stand
That's
up.
all he does. He jokes.
Yeah.
He does a lot of jokes.
Yeah. Wait, he does?
Yeah.
No.
But they're like grandpa jokes.
Yeah.
Where, like, he
Yeah.
thinks he's being funny, but he's just being weird and,
And creepy.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like the way he smiles, like, get it? And
Yeah.
he's like, nah, Joe.
It's like you didn't say a cohesive thing once this whole hour and a half that you were talking.
You know the one thing he did say that made sense the other day?
Huh.
Get a VR set.
Yeah, if Joe Biden said it, would you do it?
Joe Budden? Yeah, maybe.
Biden.
Oh, then no.
Who's Biden?
The Joe Budden podcast, man.
Oh, yeah. I
don't know that guy.
is. Yes, yeah.
So really, if we already had it, would you get it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to enjoy my summer, man. I'm trying to
Not
get
every
this-
second.
I'm trying to be
Not
outside.
Monday through Friday.
I'm
The
trying-
winter's coming eventually.
Yeah, then maybe I won't get it then. Maybe
Yeah.
I will get it
All
then.
right.
Maybe.
We're getting somewhere.
We're getting
what
somewhere.
if the FBI came knocking at your door telling you, hey, if you don't get VR, we're going to do stuff to your family?
Which family he's gonna say?
Oh, yeah.
Because he got a secret daughter.
Your
Apparently.
daughter's in jeopardy right now.
That sounds like
in the
really.
VR world.
That sounds like really illegal and like what? Like especially because they got a lot going on. Because like didn't they have like a bunch of files on OJ that just got
Don't
like,
get off topic on me
Even though
here.
it's also on top.
yeah. It's called a segue,
Yeah.
sir.
Very good segue. But
We're coming back to this.
yeah, we still want you to get a VR headset.
Anyway,
Imagine this podcast on VR.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious.
sounds like a headache.
What?
Doesn't it all? That's the problem.
It sounds perfect.
And guess what, Patrick? You don't have to drive all the way here.
Yeah.
I guess that actually would be kind of. But I like seeing you guys.
That's fine, but you don't always have to see.
But you could see us in like a Chili's instead of sitting like in a circle talking to each other.
Think of the listener.
Yeah.
They can get 2 podcasts a week.
How about we try getting 2 downloads a month? How about that PR focus first?
You're not doing anything to help.
Hey, you know what's the trend in cartoons? 3D cartoons. You know what's 3D? The metaverse.
Yep.
Anyway, so the FBI released a whole bunch of files on OJ Simpson.
Fine. You won this one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to win the war.
OJ Simpson.
Yes. He
Yeah,
died.
whatever.
The juice.
He's
Yes.
gone too late. Whatever.
All right. If you guys. He's got too late. He should have been gone a while ago.
Yeah,
for
dude.
real.
For a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So recently it was announced that OJ passed away.
Yeah.
He had colon cancer.
That was a
I
crazy day.
never knew that.
Didn't know it either.
Yeah. I when he died, I was at work and I was at the break room and I was just like scrolling on my phone waiting for like my food to heat up and then I saw it and I like had to tell people.
Yeah,
Because
immediately.
I was like shook.
Yeah.
I was like, no way.
Like he really like went away and he never admitted to what he did.
Couldn't outrun that.
Nope. But after he passed away, the FBI released documents.
Oh,
How many documents you want to know?
347.
No, it's 475.
That was getting closer.
475 documents on this
475
guy
pages of documents.
that the FBI had on him. And it was mostly related to the killing.
Got it.
Yeah, that would happen.
Can
Yeah.
can me and Patrick take some real quick guesses to see what's in those pages?
You guys could, but I didn't read all the documents because that's insane.
I'm still gonna guess.
Okay.
The glove did fit.
Possibly?
The Bronco was blue instead of white.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to guess that they thought he had ties to 9/11.
Dude.
Why?
It happened in the 90s. But you know what,
He was
maybe?
not a good. What
He was not a good guy.
Well, no, not at all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was not a good football player.
No, he was a great football player.
Shut up.
Okay.
Was he? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that he played for the 49ers.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Wait, who did he play for?
The 49ers, like I said, right now.
No, he played for Buffalo.
And the 49ers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know, Patrick. Athletes often go to different teams.
You
Yeah,
know what?
they
As
could
somebody,
get
doesn't,
drafted.
as somebody who doesn't watch sports, I probably shouldn't pretend like I know anything about
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah,
huh?
that was a little rude. You should apologize and get a VR set.
Dude, I was gonna go into that too.
Ronaldo plays soccer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
He
you
was
can
on your
watch
favorite
live
team.
in VR too.
Anyway,
But yeah, so it was kind of crazy because people were like confused as to like how they're even like allowed to drop these documents and stuff. And they
He died.
no, but like still, apparently there's this thing called the Freedom of Information Act.
Yes, after 10 years.
Yeah, which you're allowed to just like release all the information on like a certain topic after
They
a certain amount
have
of
to,
time.
not allow. They have to.
Yeah, yeah,
release
yeah.
it.
yeah, especially if you ask for it specifically, they
Yeah.
have to give it to you.
Yeah, it's so weird. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna ask for a bunch of files now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'll be like, give me an alien file right now. I want to know that stuff. This was the first time that this collection was ever made public, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Like, because somebody out there is gonna look through all of this and like find some stuff on them, you know?
Yeah. They're gonna find like really, really weird stuff because like it's the FBI, so you know they did their homework, and they're just gonna be like, oh, OJ rented White Girls 2 like 18 times.
Nice, man.
Nice, good job, dude.
Shit. White chicks. Fuck. White chicks.
Sir.
God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh dang it.
Gosh darn it.
We gotta come up with our own cuss words like they did in Victorious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like on the basement yard.
Get
Or-
banned.
Or
Yeah.
like the dolphin sounds like in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah. All of our attempts are just so
Yeah,
bad.
you sound like a puppy, to be honest.
That sounds like an
That's
Animal
kinda
Crossing
cute.
character, like a dumb Animal Crossing character who like doesn't know the language well.
Oh my god, we should be Animal Crossing characters in the VR world.
We should.
That actually sounds adorable.
Yeah, are you down?
I think I'd be a cat.
That's fine.
Then be a cat.
I'd be
Yeah.
a cat.
All right, let's go to Best Buy right now.
Yeah, let's go right now.
But what do you guys know about the OJ trial?
I just recently watched the documentary because like he had died.
Oh, nice.
So,
So should I go first and tell them what I don't know?
Yeah.
You know what? Go for it.
Yeah.
I know that Kim Kardashian's family's involved.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I
they are.
know the glove did not fit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It kind of is.
I know that there's an idea that his son was the actual murderer and not him.
Interesting.
I know that he denies the entire crime and he says they were best friends. His wife?
You're like, I know that he said that the crime didn't actually happen, that she's still around. Imagine.
I know that it was a very brutal scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a knife, and I know it was a Monday.
It was a Tuesday, but yeah.
Oh,
Just kidding. Actually, I don't know about that. But you were saying then?
I'm so sorry. Before you go, and I do know the reason he ran in the Bronco was because he was thinking about offing himself.
Oh, wow.
Right? I
That's
think because he
interesting.
couldn't handle the pressure of everything going on or something.
Uh-huh. Wow, I didn't know about that part. That part might actually be true, too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
it-
That's so far everything I made up so far.
Oh, never
Oh.
mind. Today, dude, you're so convincing.
That's all I heard from TikTok, so I don't know what's
Oh,
real,
okay.
what's not.
You're actually pretty close on the money. Yeah, no. When he was doing the Bronco chase, he actually wasn't the one driving. It was his best friend, and he did have a gun, and he was.
Wait. What a good friend.
No, dude. OJ had a gun pointed to his head the entire time.
Yeah, but if my best friend had a blaster pointed at me,
Yeah.
he didn't need to have the blaster. I would just be a good friend.
Yeah, true. But that guy, dude, the chase lasted an hour and a half.
And it was barely a chase. He was going like 20. He used his signals. Yeah.
It
He was
wasn't a
very
chase.
polite about it.
Yeah, and he was just like, I'm just taking him. He wants to see his mom.
Yeah.
He
It-
wants to see his
It was
mom.
more of a hostage situation than a freaking car chase.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, no, he was starting to commit suicide, but everyone was pretty sure that what he was really trying to do was make himself the victim by just being like, look at what's happening. Everyone thinks I did it. I didn't do it. Look at what they're pushing me to do because
Look
they're
at
trying
what you
to.
made me do.
Yeah,
Type of
but
thing.
you want to know what's crazy? One of the most fucked up things, one of the most
Effed up things.
one of the most dolphin noises things that he said was that like he was like, if I did kill her, if I did kill Nicole Brown,
That's her name.
wouldn't it prove that it was because I just loved her so much?
What?
What?
Yeah.
So it'd be a crime of passion.
That's the most Eminem thing I've ever heard anybody say ever. His songs are always about like, I love you so much, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's like that whole song he did with Rihanna.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna burn this whole house down because
Yeah.
you're just so banging.
And that's the only one that you know of. Like he has so many more where he's kind of like intense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just kind of him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what else? Yeah, no, there's a whole lot to it. It was a brutal thing.
Yeah.
And like the whole like the glove didn't fit thing. It was because when they did tests on it, it got wet, so it shrank a little bit because of the test that they did on it for like DNA and stuff. And he had arthritis medication just from years of whatever, and he was older. So they just stopped. He stopped taking it like the week leading up to it, and his hand swelled. And of course, like
And his lawyers told him to do that.
Yes, his
Whoa.
lawyers told him to do that. And not only that, what is he gonna like out of good nature put it on correctly?
Yeah.
No, he's gonna make a big show
Yeah.
about how it doesn't fit.
He'd be like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna,
trying.
he's gonna be like breathing heavy, red face, like
yeah.
Crazy how a football player couldn't put it on a glove.
yeah, no, he could have put it on just fine, but like it was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also know that his name was the Juice.
OJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
His nickname was the Juice.
Yep.
But yeah, for those of you that don't know, there was a trial back in the 90s about OJ Simpson and how he killed Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman.
Which was her friend.
Yeah, people believe that they were like a thing, but
It honestly doesn't matter.
from what I've seen, it just seems that they're friends.
Kind of does matter in a crime, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, and especially in a crime of passion, because if it wasn't a thing, where's the passion coming from? You know?
If he did it.
Yeah, if he did it.
According, to my opinion, he did it.
Yeah, and so when that happened, he was the first person that was suspected of the crime,
I wonder.
and
And the only.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The only
literally
suspect.
the only person.
Literally the only
because
person.
every person had the best things to say about Nicole Brown Simpson.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, she was amazing.
Yeah.
She was kind.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said a bad thing about her.
Except
It
for
was-
OJ.
Except for OJ.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also leading up to it, OJ was very abusive. I don't know if because I feel like I've never heard that like he was that bad of a person, but turns out he's actually a piece of garbage.
You
Yeah.
also were not alive during that period of time.
Yeah, it's true. But even like when I've heard like people talk about it, I'm just kind of like, it sounded like the killing was just like a one-off thing, but no, there was abuse. Like there was 62 accounts of abuse that happened in that relationship. There was only 8 times where the police were notified about it, and only 1 time where he went to prison for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, that's crazy because he was abusive. And the thing was, he was abusive to her, but also in public, also in front of like her family and friends. Like, dude, I really want like her story to get like put out there because everyone always talks about OJ and like OJ this, OJ that, but nobody ever talks about like her story and like what she went through. And I kind of hope that eventually we get to like her side of things. You know what I mean?
Right, because she's always been like, she's OJ's victim.
Yeah, it's
you know?
always just been that.
But
Yeah.
until the murder, she was actually a survivor of him.
Yeah.
Yes,
For
and
the
she
longest
was
time.
thriving when she left him.
Yeah.
she was.
She was, yeah, I heard
she
of
was
that.
doing really well. She was getting herself. She was getting her life back.
Oh, she
Yeah.
was beautiful too.
Yeah.
And
Gorgeous woman.
Straight up.
And then he came along and he couldn't take that she was self-sufficient. He
Yeah.
couldn't handle it.
maybe.
The thing is too, like when they got married, she had to sign a prenuptial thing saying that the entire time that they're married, like she can't have a job. She can't
Really?
have her own income. She can't do any of that. So that's
Is that in the FBI article?
no, it's just like something that I read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Wait.
she wasn't allowed to like find a job and stuff. So basically, that's why she didn't come out with a bunch of the abuse and stuff right off the bat. Was because she was so reliant on him.
Yeah.
And that's probably what he wanted, because he's
Yeah.
like, I don't want you to find other people or like find somebody else.
Well, that's what an abuser does.
Yeah,
They
kinda
make you
keep
dependent on them and them only.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what he did. And then eventually, she couldn't take the abuse because like there was so much of it. And then she divorced him, and after that, he was like, if you ever find somebody else, he threatened to kill her. There was one time where she was having sexual relations with a guy, like her new guy and stuff, and he was caught spying on them.
Yeah, he was outside the house, staring
Yeah.
through the window.
The dude was a psycho.
Yeah, he was an absolute psycho. He would show up constantly and he would yell. And when you watch the documentary, the People versus OJ Simpson, which I highly recommend,
Yeah.
you hear some of the 911 calls, and they are terrifying, but she's also just like there was one where she was like, he's always doing this. Like, she just sounded so tired, because it was like, if he's just doing this all the time, it never stops, and God, you just feel so much for her.
Yeah, you really do.
So what did the FBI leaks tell us?
I don't know, because there's so many of it, dude. There's so many pages. I just kind of started to read like other things about it and stuff, and I found out that like the murder trial spanned 8 months. Like, it was a long one.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were married for 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
They met at the Hilton or something like that.
It was a really popular restaurant in LA.
Yeah.
All the stars went there.
Yeah.
She was a waitress.
Yeah. What's weird too about like the beginning of the relationship was that he was 30
Yeah.
and she was 18,
And he was married.
and he was married at the time too.
Yeah.
Is there any accounts from his ex-wife?
Not that I saw, but yeah, like,
I've never heard any either.
but yeah, overall, just a terrible freaking person.
Nice. Good.
On the trial and stuff, the evidence was pointed straight up that he did it.
Yeah.
But what was crazy and like why people believe that like he didn't get convicted was because the jury was mostly black people.
Well, also the Rodney King situation had just happened pretty much around the same time. So it was kind of like the jury basically not wanting another Rodney King to happen.
Okay, who's Rodney King?
Well, you know, if for those of the listeners who don't know, it was a situation. He was a man who was pulled over for, I guess, driving erratically, and a group of police officers brutally beat him.
Oh, wow.
One of the worst case of police brutality ever, and it was filmed, and it was all over the news all over the time. There was a whole lot of riots happening in LA. That I think one of the causes of like the LA riots.
Yeah.
There was a lot of racial tension over there between the black community and just the police officers. It was a really bad situation, and OJ Simpson's defense wanted to kind of key in on that by making it seem like here is another black man who's being screwed over by the system.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in that jury, you got to feel bad.
Yeah.
You got to feel terrible because you, in your heart, you probably also knew like, hey, this evidence is kind of strong.
Yeah, it's like, bro, there's no way he didn't do it, but I'm just gonna say that he's not guilty just for the sake of like saving.
And not only that, like the police officers, they were all arrested. Everybody knew exactly who they were. They all got off scot-free.
Wow.
They went to trial, they all got off scot-free, which is why the riots happened, because they were just kind of like that. So there was this sense of just kind of like after OJ was found innocent, and like everyone was just like, what the crap? What the slime?
What the slime?
What the slime?
Yeah.
That it was kind of like, okay, you guys got one. Now we got one.
Yeah.
Like, cause
keeping tallies.
And when I was watching the documentary, they interviewed different people, like different like prominent members of the black community at the time, and they were all like, yeah, we OJ was not our guy, but it's kind of sad that he kind of became the face of it, because like he is a piece of slime. But you know, it's just kind of like, it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's an incredibly volatile situation, and he was not worthy of that.
No,
he was not.
No.
He should have just been cast aside, because he was a monster.
He really was.
Yeah.
And they even like talked to the people that were on the jury like in like 2017, asking them like, if you were to say it now, do you think he was guilty or not? A lot of them said guilty.
Yeah.
Because,
bro. And you know what was another one that was actually kind of crazy? Was that because they interviewed some of the jury members, and they said like, you were on the jury for like 300 and some days, like, you know, because it was like 8 months. It was a long ass time, long slime time. And they were like, she was like, but you decided to go with not guilty. And then she said, say how many days we were on the jury again? And they were like, 375 days. 365 nights or whatever. There was just like, they just wanted it over.
Yeah.
They were tired because they couldn't go home. They were just in some motel, unable to talk to their friends, unable to see their families, unable to work.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah.
They're like, we just want this over.
Like, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
We're over this.
Yeah. Does you have anything else on that?
Yeah, basically the defense team basically said that the reason why they doubt any of the evidence was because DNA was pretty new at the time.
Most people didn't understand it.
Yeah.
No.
Like, it was like brand new. They would also say that the blood sample had been mishandled by lab scientists.
Yes.
And that it was like the evidence had been tainted by the LAPD because of like all like the racial stuff that was happening. So that's kind of how he was able to get off.
Yeah, like they gave this narrative that evidence was planted.
Yeah.
Because the LAPD did that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see a documentary on this 2 years ago, I think. There was some strong evidence to suggest that OJ's son did do the killing and that he was covering it up. But I think the DNA evidence pretty much cleared up that it was OJ. And I just never understood why they never reopened the case. If it was just too many years had gone by. But it was, I think the biggest problem with the whole OJ case was the mishandling.
Yeah.
The DNA testing being kind of new. But you know what was worse than any of this? Just years and years later, after all this happens, he just releases a book called "If I Did It."
Yeah.
With the tiniest "if" inside, and it just says "I did it." Unless you get close, it says "if."
Yeah. It just says if I did it, but like, dude,
And
that's so crazy.
It's called "Confessions of a Killer."
Here's the thing. Okay, so they did talk about this in the documentary. So the family of Ron Goldman, they found out that OJ was writing a book called "If I Did It."
Yeah.
Because he was in debt. He needed to pay bills.
Yeah.
So he was just like, what if I wrote a book talking about like if I did it, here's how I would have done it.
Yeah.
And they heard about it. They were like, this mother Slimer better not make any money off of our son's murder. But if anyone's gonna make money, we should.
Yeah.
So they were able to get the rights to the book, and it was their decision to make the "if" as small as humanly possible.
Yeah.
So it just says "I did it."
Yeah.
And I think they added "Confessions of a Killer."
Yeah. Because they're like, dude, you screwed our family so bad. Like,
Like-
even afterwards, after the trial, Ron Goldman's father filed a civil lawsuit.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say his mustache is a mustache.
Who's?
Look up a picture of Ron Goldman's father. He's had the same mustache since the trial. It hasn't.
It's full?
It's full. It's handlebar-y.
Really?
It's
He's looking good?
but
fresh?
but he's such a sad, broken man.
Yeah, his son
It
got
doesn't
killed.
fit.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Similar to the glove.
He looks like a depressed. Oh my god. He looks like a depressed cowboy.
Yeah.
Like
That's kind of a vibe.
like
That
he
is a
has,
vibe.
like yeah, actually, like he shot his horse that morning.
Yeah. With the lawsuit and stuff, they were awarded damages totaling $34 million.
Yeah. In 90s money.
Which is, in this time, it's $64 million. Our money.
Yeah, literally double the money.
But
It's
as
not
of
literally,
today,
actually.
What's that in
It's
crypto,
actually not
though?
literally. Not literally, guys.
but as of today, they received a very small amount.
Yeah, because he's got nothing.
Yeah, and also now he's passed.
Yeah, no, they got nothing.
Yeah.
They're not going to get much.
At least they know that he's gone.
I mean, just like we said, it's gone too late.
Gone too late, dude. Let's see. What else do I
I just
got?
want to say, the memes around that time after he died were immaculate.
Immaculate.
Dude, they were so good. Name off a few.
One of my favorites was a guy just being like, if I was the coroner. And he like put his camera on a table facing like the ceiling, and he would just kind of like lean over the camera and just be like, yo, it's between you and me. You did it, right? You did it. You totally did it. Ah, I knew it.
I knew it.
I saw one that was like, I'm so jealous of the coroner who finally gets to get his shot on the body of OJ.
Yeah.
And I was like,
punch him or something.
Yeah.
I would.
Something. Yeah,
I don't
dude.
care. I would so deck his corpse.
Yeah, I'd flick his nose.
no, you're wrong. You're all wrong. I would grab the glove and I'd put it on him.
Oh no! You'd be like, see, he has it. He
No,
has
that's
it.
how you bury him.
That's
Pope and
kinda-
casket.
That's poetic.
That's actually
That's poetic.
That's actually really poetic, dude.
Wow,
Look at
James.
you. Look
Dang.
at
He
you.
bought a guitar and now he's all like poetry boy and
Yeah.
stuff.
He was
Damn.
literally playing on his guitar before we recorded.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
He serenaded us.
dude, I'm a little moist right now.
His girl jealous. His girl jealous. But you know what's
Slime time.
sad about Ron Goldman?
Yeah.
He wasn't even supposed to be there.
No, that's what I
Yeah.
saw too.
Yeah.
No, it was to return sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like her mom's sunglasses.
Yeah.
Didn't he just like walk in on the thing or something?
Yeah, he just walked in and then he was
Okay.
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, it was
Literally.
like
Yeah.
he wasn't a target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At all.
And he apparently fought like hell.
Yeah.
Because he was a black belt in karate, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah, he was a
Wasn't
black
it judo?
belt. Or judo. Something.
Something.
But he
Damn,
was a
martial
black
arts.
belt. And they did talk about it in the documentary where they were just kind of like, yeah, no, there was a fight. It was a brutal fight. But in the end, OJ was bigger. angrier, used to violence.
I thought he was drunk.
And he might have been, but still, again,
I think I heard that too.
Yeah, but like again, he was bigger, angry, crazy psycho mode, and he had a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do, but apparently he held his own for a while.
Yeah.
So there's I don't know.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate. Like you're just wrong place, wrong time, and that happens to you.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
But to end things, after OJ died, this dude named John Dunton, who was a key witness who had refused to testify in trial, he broke his silence.
What did he do?
Whoa, I didn't hear that.
He said that OJ was indeed at the scene when the murders occurred, and that he hired 4 gangsters from the Gambino crime family to kill Nicole and Ron. And Dunton said that he chose to remain silent because of threats that he received.
So OJ didn't do it?
No, that he did do it.
But he sent people to do it?
Yeah, he hired people to do it.
From the Gambino family.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go. Now we have a whole episode to do now on the Gambino family.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. So because I watched the documentary, I'm referencing it I keep referencing it.
Yeah.
He, up until the murder, like he was beloved. Again, because like the cops did come to his house a couple of times and they just let him get away with it because they were like, "Yo, you're OJ," and he would literally sign stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but he was proper, like white America loved him. It wasn't until after the murders and after he fell out of popularity that he started hanging out with like gangbangers, doing hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
He put out a rap music video with a bunch of naked women that you can only find on Pornhub because it's full of naked women.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like he went dark. He went down to like Miami.
He rapped and stuff?
Yes, and it's horrible. He's black, but he sounded white.
OJ Simpson?
Yes.
Damn, I kind of want to look into that.
Yeah, no, it's the most bizarre thing, and he references the murder in the rap.
What does he say? Spit the bars.
I don't want to say it, but
does he admit that he did it?
No,
actually, yeah. Does he admit it?
No, but
Because sometimes like rappers will admit to like murders.
that's true. They do
can't
just
say-
admit to crimes. Yeah,
It's art. It's art.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, like he went into like the dark side, doing drugs, partying like crazy. I honestly don't believe that this guy, because it was like. I don't know if he would have got. I haven't heard anything about him getting involved with like the really shady people until after the murders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a crazy story. That's a crazy detail. That's like in the FBI files of this guy just being like, he hired us to do it.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but you-
really crazy. Actually, yeah.
Like not that they hired him.
No, he hired them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Dunton guy was the witness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then like apparently he knew all this stuff, and then like because this admission was recent because OJ died in like April.
Yeah.
So
And
for this guy to like come out and say it, this was like a month ago.
You know what's something that I heard that was nuts? Apparently, on his deathbed, he had his own children sign NDAs.
Yeah.
About what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is crazy.
Yeah, there's something there. Like I swear he probably admitted to it after.
Or
Just being
told him
like-
at least the truth.
Yeah.
Just being like, I did it.
Yeah.
It was me. And then they're just like,
so because his kids, that's their mom.
yeah,
That's their mom.
They were in the house
Yeah.
when it happened.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It does.
There's so much, dude. If he like, even if he didn't actually do it, there's so much bad that he did that's like, you're going to hell. You're going HE double hockey sticks.
Double hockey sticks.
Double hockey sticks.
All right. Well, I think it's been enough sad time. I think we got to transition to something. Look at some laps in here, guys. Ready? Let's transition.
All right, and welcome back from the commercial.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so yeah, just to like change things up from that horrible.
There was no time for jokes.
I really
there was
wish,
no time for jokes.
I really wish that like the FBI had like something weird and funny about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, they probably do.
He ain't
I
got- he
didn't
ain't
read
got a-
it.
he ain't
Okay,
got a-
I'm telling you, over and over, I didn't read the whole. Dude, you know how many there was? I told you. I told you how many documents
You
there
could
were.
have found like articles talking about like the funny shit that they found
Oh
about him.
yeah, I'm just gonna look.
Funny what?
I'm gonna.
like the funny stuff. The
I'm
fun.
gonna Google freaking funny things OJ did in his trial. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not the Amber Heard trial where there was like a lot of weird things that was going on in that
Yeah,
place.
she was literally. Actually, I have weird conspiracy theories about that thing, but that's a topic for another day.
Yep,
But,
it is.
Okay. Anyway, so here's a lighter story. Because honestly, I'm getting a little bit lazy about it. I went to Reddit and I went to the subreddit relationship advice.
Tell them how lazy you are. Tell them when you found this article.
Yeah.
I found this about 7 minutes before we started recording.
Very good.
20
Good.
minutes ago.
Yeah. Anyway. And so because that's the thing now with podcasts, you go to Reddit and you find people's lives and you talk about them.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so this one is hysterical and tragic.
Okay.
Okay, and I think
God.
it gives
Tragic in a cool way, or
Because-
sad?
Like, are we going to get sadder than we already are?
Yeah.
I think in an insightful way because it's like
Are we going to come out better people?
Yeah.
because no. Actually, we're gonna have a sense of superiority, which is better than being a good person these days.
What is wrong with you? You know what? He's right.
here's the thing, here's the-
He's right, though. He right,
Yeah,
though.
he's speaking facts.
I straight up dropped a bar. Anyway,
That's facts, guys.
because we're all in our mid 20s. We're not teenagers anymore.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
And sometimes I do wonder.
I'm actually 12.
I actually have teenager tendencies, though.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through puberty yet,
Yeah.
and
You got better beer than all of us.
Yeah. He really
Nice,
does.
thank you. But but
Gosh.
I think you can say God.
Can he?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Anyway, but it's like if you ever wonder like what would it be like if I was like 19 right now, like in
Yeah.
2024, what would that world be like?
Yeah.
Here's a slight.
Can we guess?
Sure.
It would not be fun.
Yeah.
I think it
It
was
was grind, hustle attitude.
I feel like I would be a Riz Lord. What's all the slang that people are saying now?
Gyat?
Yeah, Gyat.
Bussin' all day. Facts. For real.
An edge lord or something.
Yeah.
What is that?
Edging.
Everyone's
What?
edging now.
Everyone's
Bro,
gooning
everyone's
now.
edging.
Dude, everyone's edging and everyone's gooning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sim?
No, Sim passed.
Dude, it's
Sim
like
passed.
old now. Yeah.
Fire?
Fire
Dude,
way
Fire's
past.
even older than Sim.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like younger than me and you're older than me.
Swag.
Dog.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I got it. Whip and Nene?
On fleek?
What's a hepatitis? Whatever that thing's called.
What makes you think I know? I'm not on
Dang it,
TikTok.
what?
What is it called?
Repeat what you
Skibbity?
said?
A skibidi, yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
What is that?
Let's ask our sister.
sounds like
She's like
something
the
that,
age to
like-
be that dumb and brain rotted.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
I'm going to tell her you said that
Just
too.
because it's not her, it's her age group.
What's skibidi, dude? What's that? It sounds like a fun background game to play.
It sounds like
A
something you say
backyard game.
before a magic trick.
Yeah.
Skibbity that.
Yeah.
Alakazam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a Reddit thing.
Alakazam, that's a Pokemon. Oh!
No, that's where it came from. They go Abracadabra, Alakazam. Did they
Yeah.
name all the Pokemons? Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam.
You have to trade the Kadabra to get an Alakazam.
He's not asking that.
I really wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak his language though.
Yeah.
Ice Spice. All right, go on.
Sexy red.
Okay, so here's the Reddit story. Here's the title. My boyfriend, a 19-year-old male, has an unrealistic dream of wanting to have a harem with me, 19-year-old female, and other women. But I don't really like the idea, and I don't know what to do.
It's unrealistic by her standards.
She doesn't have the vision.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the will or the vision to
Yeah.
make it happen.
This is a finance bro.
Yeah.
He's got his hands like in a pyramid,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You look, come to my office."
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I've seen every Elon Musk interview ever.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
No, this guy's a pro. He's talking to her. He's like, "You're an investment.
Oh,
What
gosh.
do you bring to the table?
You see my hands? This
Yeah.
is the shape we're trying to make our family. A triangle
She should be honored that she's considered for this harem.
for this position."
For like the head girl,
Yeah.
whatever the
Alright,
fuck.
alright.
Oh, chill.
Whatever
Yeah,
that slime they're called.
Not head girl.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Yeah, 'cause that's something like a cult.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are we literally at the beginning of a cult?
He might be trying to start a call.
Dude, this legit sounds like a cult already.
Is he looking for guys?
No,
potentially?
this is just tragic. Just let me
Okay.
tell the freaking thing. All right.
All right,
My
I guess more
boyfriend.
sad times.
My boyfriend has deeply expressed.
All right.
Like he talks about
How
this.
deeply expressed is he?
Yeah. He brings it up every day.
I've never heard of the Deeply Express. I like the Polar Express.
I hate that movie.
All right, let's stay on topic.
Don't ever bring that up on this stupid show again. I sound stupid.
Let's
Sorry.
stay on topic. VR boy trying to change the subject every 2 seconds.
My boyfriend has deeply expressed a fantasy of him wanting a harem with me and other women.
What's a harem?
A harem is where you
A
basically
lot.
you just have a group of people that you sleep with.
Like a roster?
Yeah, but like everyone like like knows about it. It's like an agreed upon thing.
Oh, they know about each other.
They know about each other, and it's a bunch of them. It's usually like
sounds like a club.
It's usually like one guy, multiple women.
Okay.
And then a reverse harem would be one woman, multiple guys.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But the reverse would be shamed because in this society, women are treated poorly. I respect women. Go on.
Good take.
Yeah. Okay. I really don't like the idea of there being other women in our relationship.
Yeah, I mean, most people wouldn't.
I really just want it to be me and him.
Uh-huh.
He respects my decision, and it isn't something right now that will break the relationship.
What?
We both agreed a breakup is the absolute last thing we would want.
Interesting.
He said he only sees two possible outcomes, which is I change my mind over time, or he changes his mind over time. I really don't see myself changing my mind. I want it to be just me and him. Mm-hmm. I want to be the only one in a relationship with him. I want to be the only one who has his heart.
I think she's a little out of line.
I think she's a little needy.
Just kidding.
At least he's direct.
Yeah.
He might change his mind, but I don't know. I want him to be happy. I want him to live out his dreams and aspirations, but I know if I were to let this happen, I would get hurt and it could break the relationship. We talked about it last night. We understand and respect each other's sides, and we absolutely don't want to end things. I want to find a solution so we're both satisfied, but I don't think that's possible. I just need advice. I don't really know what to do, and it's kind of stressing me out. I really love him a lot, and he really loves me. I just don't want this disagreement in ideals to break the relationship.
That's crazy.
That's crazy how he gaslight her so hard to make her think she's the problem.
There's no way this is real.
This is not real.
This is not real
This
people
can't be
problems, dude.
No, this isn't. This is like
This girl can't be this naive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
actually,
I'm
you know
sorry to
what?
say it that way, but
Yeah, you know what? You might now that I'm reading it out loud because when I was reading it like beginning 7 minutes before we record, I was like, oh, this is fire.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah, she's been posting it all over the place. Hang on.
Really?
Hang on.
She's just looking for karma.
Oh, you think so?
yeah,
Reddit
some
karma.
people
Okay.
do that with shocking stories
Okay.
that are like ridiculous.
It's farming karma.
All right, well, he looks for something else real quick. Give me the bit. Is she in the wrong or he in the wrong? Because in my eyes, he was clear and direct.
he's communicating his thoughts and feelings and his
Yeah.
intentions.
I think if you are somehow feeling like you're the problem,
Yeah.
you're just not ready for a relationship then.
If you're feeling like you're the problem.
In that scenario,
Oh yeah, for sure. Because, dude, 1,000%. Who's out here being like, I want a harem of women? He's watching too much anime.
He's watching too much porn.
what
Anime.
19-year-old
Yeah.
doesn't want a harem of women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that is a
You
fantasy.
just don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the stupidest thing to say out
Yeah.
loud.
Also, it's expensive, man. I mean, how do you buy that many dinners? How do
Yeah.
you buy that many gifts on birthdays? How do you
Yeah.
remember?
You
Have
know,
you
when
guys
you're
the
at-
organization? You know how you do that? Squarespace.
You ask them what do they want for dinner. None of them know what they want. None of them want the same thing. It's a whole. It's a
But
whole
Eat
ordeal.
Fresh has got you covered.
Dude, how do you even how do you go about that conversation? How are you as a guy just so open to being like, yeah, I want a harem of women?
How toxic are you that you made her feel like she's the one who's wrong about this?
Yeah, like how?
How is she entertaining it actually at
Yeah.
all? Just how does she just not scoff in his face?
Yeah.
Just being like, what?
Like, what's
they're
wrong with you?
19.
How does she just not go to like her friends and just be like, get a load of this guy?
yeah.
How does she not like just look at it like I don't know TV or anything else and realize, most men don't have a harem of women.
Yeah. You're also 19. No, wait, I was going to say you're in school, but depending. You might
Well,
be
yeah,
in like
she might be a
college or
super
whatever.
senior.
Yeah, or super senior.
Sorry, I,
But,
guess,
like,
I don't know why I thought.
So why you
that.
think it's because it's super senior behavior?
Kinda, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if she's in college at 19, like, I feel like you could just find anybody else. Anybody else.
Anybody else. It's
Who's
not hard.
going to be like this.
Yeah, sorry, like if you're like 19 and single and struggling, but it's like really easy to find someone when you're 19 and single.
I feel like
Full chest, and he's expressed it deeply, which means he's confident in this.
Yeah.
He's like, he thinks it's gonna happen, and he's probably like just waiting for the go ahead to just be
Yeah.
like, all right, marry.
he needs a reality check for sure.
He does.
Yeah. This
What do you
dude's-
guys think of guys like that who are just like clearly they're just trying to date, but they get strung up on relationships by accident?
Ah.
You're kind of spineless in a way because you're
Yes.
like you couldn't put your foot down and be like you didn't want to hurt feelings, and now you're in a situation where you're making someone feel bad because they're holding you back from your fantasies and desires.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I think she should dump him and he should go for it and get the reality check.
Yeah.
Just being
She
like,
should be like, let's take a break, do your thing.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then
go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's like those dudes who are like, let's have an open relationship, and then they realize that like,
Yeah.
the guys aren't out here getting a whole lot, and the girls just getting hit on constantly.
yeah, but you know the sad truth is most of those people who are trying to do it, they already have someone in mind that's
true,
already
too.
down.
Yeah, every time I've like looked up or not looked up, but when I came across like these stories like on Reddit, it's always the same thing. The guy initiates the open relationship because he either has somebody already on the side that he was heavily flirting with that he just didn't want to cheat.
Yeah.
He hooks up with them, usually some younger woman from his job, and then he just like, all right, cool. Maybe he'll like try and hit on like younger 20-somethings at the bar, get nothing. Meanwhile, his ignored wife is just banging.
Yeah.
Just like dude after dude. Easily.
Yeah.
And like she gets swept off her feet.
Yeah.
And then like a month, 2 months later, he's just kind of like, babe, like let's just close this down.
Yeah.
I love you. You're my everything. This was stupid. I was a fool.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'm having too much
It
fun.
always switches up on the dude.
Yeah, no, guys, and this is just a PSA to guys out there. Never suggest the open relationship because you're gonna lose and you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
No, do it.
You might win the battle, but you're gonna lose the war.
Lose the
man.
war so hard.
so bad.
Also, like, I don't know about you guys, but something about like a 19-year-old complaining about their problems like this is just not real to me.
Yeah, at 19, how are you just harem? I feel like that's more like 35-year-old, like, what's that movie called? With the bondages and stuff?
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that's more 50 Shades of Grey stuff, I feel. Like, a dude who will, like, actually be able to get one and stuff like that.
It sounds like high school mentality with the confidence of an adult to speak up.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way. This girl, if you're listening and this story is actually real,
Yeah.
dump him.
Yeah.
Let him go for it.
Yeah.
Let him
go
see the
for it.
reality.
Let him see the reality.
God, that's so dumb.
And he'd be crying back, just being like, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be different.
He was different. I think he just assumes some girls are just down.
Yeah.
And I don't think he understands most people aren't.
Because he's just based in not reality.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
He's
He was-
probably spending all of his time in VR.
Also, keep in mind at
So
19.
you want to become?
I'm making it like, oh yeah, no, I'm actually screwing my case.
Also, like, being real, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think most people are like willing to be like forward about their just hooking up and stuff like that until like mid-20s.
Yeah.
I don't think at 19 you're just like down to go crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
Not as much as people really think so. Anyways.
Yeah, especially now. I feel like I actually have been seeing articles about how apparently Gen Z people don't be like banging. They don't be banging no more.
I heard
Oh, yeah,
about
we're
this.
having
Actually.
population issues.
Yeah, like they're all like not banging.
They're also not reading either.
Yeah.
That's the articles I get.
Oh, is that the correlation?
Wait, but I feel like no. I feel like reading has come back.
For like older people.
No, but there's like reading TikTok now.
Reading is just an aesthetic.
Maybe. No, people like to read.
Name one.
I could. I'm not going to.
I think they like
we're on the pod.
I think they like to show that they're reading, but they're not actually like doing it
No,
because
I know people who are in
that
like bookshops.
Aesthetic for my room.
Yeah, maybe you, but
Okay,
I'm
but
talking
like-
about like I know actually people who like read. You read, Patrick.
I know, but I'm not Gen Z.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's definitely.
I
not.
read and I'm Gen Z.
Yeah, but
I read. I'm Gen Z.
There we go. Two
You've
people.
said that you don't read.
Mine's all jokes. Can you ever just like give me some credit?
You've told me so many times that you forget your own name.
There's actually like
wow. That
episodes where
was holding you in confidence.
there's episodes where you talk about that you don't read. It's on like paper. I mean, not paper on tape.
It's on the internet where everything matters.
Yeah, where everything's real.
You know what's funny? It's all the same. Relationships with girls, relationship with friends. You just get hurt. You know where they can't hurt you? VR. Think about it, Patrick.
Yeah.
You can't be hurt.
Yeah, but the real world is the only place where you can get a decent meal.
No,
No,
No.
I can't afford it.
You can get meal in VR.
dude. Everything that we have in the U.S. is tainted. It's all GMOs. What do you mean quality?
We are all over the place today.
I was on topic my whole time. I've been had one mission today.
Yeah, me too. And I talked about my thing.
Okay, so
Patrick, I just need to know what can I do to get you on board.
Oh, we're not
really
doing the
need to
VR
get-
thing again.
Yes, we are.
Oh
do
my
I
God.
really just need to get one for you to get it?
You know
Yeah.
what? I get at this point, yeah, but I'm not gonna. I'll pay you for half, maybe.
That's what I said. I said I'd give
Okay,
half.
all right.
I'd spot you half.
Okay, you know what? Then maybe. But again, maybe during the winter I'll do it.
Okay.
Right now
Oh,
it's hot
fine.
girl summer.
What do you define winter? Like maybe like around July?
Yeah.
What?
Huh? We could kiss in VR and it's not weird
It's not.
because we're not actually doing
And
it.
there's no laws.
There was a Black Mirror episode about this.
Yes, there really was.
I'm just looking at it from a business point of view, Patrick. The people want to see.
Yeah.
I think we have our episode title. We can kiss in VR.
That would have been a better intro. What can we really do in VR?
Yeah.
Patrick, just think of it this way.
Yeah.
You know how we talked about getting this whole elaborate set, and then we're like, we can't afford anything, barely eating ourselves. So, you know, but then we were like, well, let's do Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive also for some reason. Legos should not be that expensive, and that's my PSA. But
On God.
who?
On God.
Interesting. Anyways, think about it this way: we can create any set we want. And guess what? We can change it up. What?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing Jurassic Park theme. We're talking about dinosaurs. Boom! We're in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
We're talking
dude.
about orca whales again for some reason. We're at SeaWorld.
We want to talk about volcanoes and stuff. We could be on one.
Oh my God! We're talking about aliens. We can be in Mexico. New Mexico for Roswell. We can say that we're all not from here.
We're all Hispanic, yes.
No, we're just not from here. Anyways, but my point is, Patrick, and listen to what my selling point is. If the three of us get it, we can do it.
Yeah.
We can make this pod into something bigger. And legitimately, and this is not even a joke because I did actually look into it, it would be the first of its kind on the internet. More than anything else, someone's going to take this idea afterwards. But more
This
than
is how we build our empire.
and then think of it this way. I'll duel you for Patreon episode.
Yeah.
And then we play strip dueling.
Yeah, and we could play like fun VR games.
Patrick, we've always talked about being a gaming channel. That was the first. This
I feel like that was
you don't
more
understand.
you
This
guys.
was, shut up.
Okay.
Listen, you don't understand. The initial thing. This was not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We just talk too much.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be gaming channel.
Yeah. Originally, yeah.
Originally, yeah, we had some stuff.
Yeah.
Again, you guys had some stuff.
You
Yeah,
wanted
but-
to be part of it too.
Yeah. Okay. You say that now, but if we did it and we do it now still, and we're loaded and fucking and effing rich out of our gosh starring minds, you're gonna wish that you joined us.
Okay, so how about this? If you don't get it soon, and let's say I get it soon, and then I convince Alex to get it soon,
Mm-hmm.
and me and him start, making this weird podcast where it's two people in VR, I'm gonna make you into the one thing you don't like to be, and that's
Oh.
gonna be your character until you choose to join the room.
A middle-aged white woman.
Yeah, with a full family, in line at Chipotle.
Wait,
Dude, that's your kryptonite.
And there's like one shitty kid who didn't leave
One
the
poopy
house.
kid.
One poopy kid.
One crappy kid who didn't leave the house. They have to order for, and they're like barely paying attention on
Yeah.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, slowing
Yeah.
everything down. God, I hate upper middle class white families so much. Anyway, what are we talking about?
we can cut that out if
Yeah.
you want to. If you get VR,
Yeah. If not, we're leaving it in.
we'll leave it in.
And your address. Tell me where you live
Okay.
again.
Yeah, you don't know where I live.
So the deal is.
You straight up get the town wrong. You don't know what town I live.
Yeah, all right,
So
whatever,
the deal
man.
is, I'll spot you half, and then if we get it, you'll get it.
Yes.
That's all you have to.
You're
do.
gonna have to show me some trailers for these games and stuff.
And we will.
like okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Okay. Well, can I just leave
What
you?
if you just tried it in person? Would that be better?
Okay, I'll try it. If you get it, I'll try it, and I'll see if I can
that,
get.
That can be arranged.
Yeah,
That can be arranged.
because you're gonna get it no matter what I do, right?
No.
No,
You're only gonna get it if I get it.
I need friends on there.
Simp.
It can be arranged that you try it out, but you need to also stop calling me a simp until we get the VR, so I can beat you up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we can do slapstick comedy.
What's that?
That's where you actually like get hurt. That's funny.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, now we can beat each other up when I can jump across the table and choke you out when you're mean to me.
Yeah, we could be physical in there. We're
Think
not being
of it.
physical in real life.
There's no laws.
You can't get hurt.
I'll give you a maybe. Is that enough for you guys?
Maybe?
A maybe. Maybe.
And
I'll
that
consider it. I'll think about it.
And that's how you change a person's mind. Just like that 90-year-old man got her to think she was the problem. Anyway, thank you for joining us, folks.
This has been Dynamic Trio.
I've been Patrick.
This is James.
I've been Alex.
Hey, we are out, ya.
It's supposed to end like a blue chew.
Oh, no, wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's 5'7".
It's still short.